Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're talking about the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette. Just before I do a review, I am a huge fan of Kathleen. I am a Morphe fan. I own other things from Morphe, and by the way, I did order this myself. So first things first, this is what the palette looks like. I'm sure you've seen plenty of pictures of it. Don't mind this battle scar. I did that myself because apparently I can't be trusted with makeup. And here's what the inside looks like. There's no mirror. It is like it's cardboard, and it kind of has like a soft, it's not quite matte, but feels pretty nice. There's no mirror inside. That's typical for Morphe palettes. You do get 15 shades in here, and the palette retails for $15. So I think that this is very generously sized for the price. I am going to do swatches of all the shades, and I am wearing a lot of these shadows on my eyes today. So if you want to see how I got this eye look, just stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you kind of a sped up tutorial of how I did this eye look. I'm going to swatch these one row at a time, so I'll do the top 5, the middle 5, and the bottom 5. None of these have shade names or anything, so I'm just gonna start at the top and work left to right. So for my brush swatches, I don't use anything fancy. This is just a $1 eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. And then in between each shade, I just cleaned it off with my color switch. So here's the first row of shadows. On the bottom you see the finger swatches, and then on the top are the brush swatches. And the brush swatches are actually pretty nice. I think these mattes seem pretty pigmented, and the shimmers, obviously, again, not quite as bright as the finger swatches, but pretty good. So we have a bright white shimmer, a creamy matte color, this kind of toasty peanut shade, and this is kind of a satiny finish. It looks like it has some glitters in the pan, but they don't really show up in the swatch. And then this really warm bronze and a deeper kind of reddish brown. Okay, we're moving on to the middle row of shadows now. The bottom here are the finger swatches, and on top are the brush swatches. So there's this kind of charcoal gray, a very light gray lavender kind of color, a true bronze, which this kind of reminds me of Amber Rush, and then these two mattes. I know they look really similar in the swatch. You can tell the difference a little bit better with the brush swatches, but this is like a mauve pink shade, and this is a more purpley shade, but once they're out of the pan, I think they look pretty similar. This one is a little bit deeper than this one. And so far, these are the worst performing shades that I've swatched. You can tell they're just pretty patchy. And in the tutorial, you'll see I had a little bit of trouble blending them out. Here is the last row of shadows in the palette. These are the finger swatches, and these are the brush swatches. This is a super cool color. It's like a brownish, kind of khaki olive, a very bright green, a warm orangey brown matte, a mustardy, as Jacqueline says, baby poop brown matte, and then a black matte, kind of. And these are the brush swatches. You can tell the mattes just aren't really performing that well. I think this warm orange is probably the best matte in the entire palette, which is great because I love this color. So at the time that I'm filming this palette is currently sold out on Morphe's website, but Kathleen has said in a recent video that she's trying to get it restocked because she wants all of her subscribers to be able to get their hands on it if they want it. So hopefully it will be restocked soon, and any of you that weren't able to grab this palette will have another chance. Like I said, it's $15. I think that for 15 bucks, this is a great palette. Overall, I don't think it's groundbreaking. I don't think it's the best eyeshadows ever made, but for $15, I really, really think it's a wonderful palette. By far, the shimmer shades outperform the mattes. That's been my experience. I think there are a few matte shades that do work really well, but the shimmers overall are much better than the mattes in this palette. However, like I said, I do think that this palette is a great value. I really think it's great that Kathleen and Morphe kept the price down on this. A lot of these YouTuber collaborations, we all want to get our hands on them. We all want to support our favorite YouTubers and see the great products that they've collabed on. Sometimes those products are just so expensive. They're out of the price range of a lot of us. So I love that this palette is affordable. I like the packaging. I like that it's slim. I like that it's not, you know, those huge plastic palettes like Morphe puts out, which those are fine palettes too, but I like that this is travel friendly. And I don't mind that there's not a mirror. I don't end up using the mirrors in palettes very frequently anyway. To be completely honest with you, I bought this palette because I love Kathleen. I did not buy it expecting the best, most exciting, most wonderful eyeshadow palette ever created. I don't think it's horrible. I think it's fine. I think for 15 bucks it's great. But I bought this because I love Kathleen. So if that's why you want to buy this palette, don't worry about what people's reviews say. Don't worry about what people are tweeting and people are typing and people are saying on YouTube. If you love Kathleen and you want to buy a $15 palette because you love Kathleen, do it. That's what I did. If you want to see any more tutorials with this palette, or if you have any specific shades that you want to see an eye look with, definitely let me know in the comments. I'll try my best to make it happen for you. Thank you so much for watching. Stick around for a few more minutes to see how I got this eye look, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Hold on, I need my color switch. I don't know what I want to say. People are gonna be mad no matter what you say when you review a product like these. Don't be mad. Don't be. Words. So hard to say. What? Just go like this. That looks normal. Not awkward at all. Hey girl. Hey Kathleen. Hey girl. I got your palette. Let me know and I'll try and make it happen. Make it happen.